Hello.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name's Leah.
And what's your job?
I am a healthcare assistant on Tiger Ward.
And what does that involve?
Basically similar to a nurse, except I don't do medications. But basically similar.
And what do you need to become your job?
Well, you have to go to college and get an MVQ2 in health and social care. Preferably an MVQ3, they like both.
And did you always want to become your job?
Yeah, I did actually. I've always wanted to work with children, which is what I'm doing. And also medical stuff as well. So two of them combined, perfect job.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay. What is your job?
My name's Tom and I'm one of the senior nurses on the ward.
And so what sort of things do you do?
It kind of varies from day to day, but if I'm working on day shifts it usually means I'm in charge, so I'm the boss and kind of sort out what patients need to do, have done and look after the junior nurses and kind of tell the doctors what to do as well sometimes. And then, you know, on night shifts I kind of look after patients, which is quite nice. So that's my job really.
And what qualifications do you need to become your job?
Well, to do the job that I do at the moment, you just have to have your basic nurse training, which is a diploma. It takes 3 years, and you do that in university or college, and then you just basically work your way up. So it took me about 3 years to get to where I am now.
And did you always want to be a nurse?
Good question. I kind of thought about it when I was little, and then when I left school I said no. So I went travelling and I did other things, and then I waited until I was a bit older, and I did it when I was in my mid-20s, so I'm kind of glad I did it when I was older. So now that I'm doing it, I absolutely love it, and I don't think I'd ever want to do anything else.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I've been looking after Susanna at Great Ormond Street.
And so what is your job?
My job is actually called a clinical physiologist, specialising in neurophysiology, but I manage the telemetry department here at Great Ormond Street.
So what sort of things do you do?
What do I do? Apart from managing people, which is a lot harder and a lot less fun than managing children, for the most part, I stick electrodes on children's heads, or I'm involved in neurosurgery and recording brain activity from the surface of the brain. But you've had yours recorded from the scalp.
Okay. And so what qualifications do you need to become this job?
You need a BSc Honours in clinical neurophysiology, which is a specific degree for the profession, just similar to physiotherapists that have a physiotherapy degree.
And did you always want to be that job?
I didn't always want to be that job, no.
It's complicated to say.
It's not a well publicised profession, and most people that come into neurophysiology just come across it. They just stumble across it, and if they like it, they end up doing it, and that's exactly what I did. My mum's a nurse, my dad worked as an IT specialist in a hospital, my grandmother is a nurse, and I think I was always destined to work in a hospital.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hello,
And what's your name?
I'm Professor Helen Cross.
And what's your job?
I'm a consultant paediatric neurologist at Great Ormond Street Hospital.
And so what sort of things do you do?
Well, I look after children with difficult epilepsy, and by difficult I mean epileptic seizures that haven't responded to initial medicines. But I also have lots of other aspects of my job because I do research and teaching to make sure that we find out new reasons and new ways forward with epilepsy, and also teach others what we learn.
And what qualifications did you need to become your job?
Firstly, I had to train as a doctor at university, so that I got my medical degree. Then I had to train in paediatrics, so look after children. Then I had to train in paediatric neurology, and I also did my research degree, so I got a PhD.
And you worked very hard at school, didn't you?
I had to work extremely hard at school and extremely hard at university.
And how many years did that take?
To train at university, it took 5 years, and then it took another 10 years for me to get to be a specialist. And then I became a professor last year, and 2 years ago, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am.
Okay. And so what is your final diagnosis for me?
You have a very special form of epilepsy.
Because you're very
You have a genetic form of epilepsy, which we're only just finding out about. But we think you have lateral temporal lobe epilepsy with auditory features.
Okay, thank you.